Good morning, students. 11th standard physics. We need to lesson kinematics. First of all, we are discuss about some introduction. Now tell me, students, what is physics? Physics is a branch of science. One of the branch of science. Already you studied about in first lesson nature of physical world and measurement. Now here physics. Physics is basically an experimental science and rests on two pillars. One is experiment physics and another one is mathematical physics. Experiment physics. Already you know that human mind it is very curious. So we can consider some object, understand and measure certain value and use a mathematical calculation. That is a concept of experiment physics to mathematical physics. Okay, now 2300 years ago, the Greek librarian Eratosthenes measured the radius of the earth. After that, few years later, size of the atom was measured in the beginning of 20th century. So student, the motion is the most important into physics. So motion is found at all level from microscopic level to macroscopic level. Microscopic level is nothing but atom, electrons revolving around the nucleus. That is the motion of the particle, electron particles. So okay. And nowadays it is a famous virus, coronavirus, under the microscopic particle. That is also microscopic particles. So then macroscopic particles and galactic levels. It is nothing but planetary motion. Now see, entire the universe is governed by the various type of motion. Now tell me student, Earth is a rest object or motion object? Earth is a motion object. So all the planet also motion. So student, this various type of motion is expressed using mathematical languages. Okay. Now we can take some example. In our book example, when 10 athletes run in a race, all of them do not run in the same manner. Their performance cannot be qualitatively recorded by usage of word like fastest, faster, average, slower or slowest. It is difficult to know. It is measuring difficult. So it has to be quantified. Quantifying means assigning a number to each athlete motion and easily can analyze how fast, how slow each athlete run when compared to other person. Are you clear? Okay. So okay, in this unit, the basic mathematics needed for analyzing motion in terms of its direction and magnitude is covered. Okay, now let's go to the lesson. Mechanics. Mechanics is one of the oldest branch of physics. It deals with the study of particles or bodies. It's nothing but object when they are at rest or in motion. So student, mechanics can be divided into statics and dynamics. Statics means is simply say about a rest. Statics means object at a rest. This require the idea of force in equilibrium. So we will discuss 12th standard statics. Okay, then dynamics. Dynamic is the study of motion of object. This comes from Greek words dynamis. Dynamis means power. Dynamics is further subdivided into kinematics and kinetics. So kinetics which deals with the relationship between the motion of body and considering force and considering the force, that is a kinetics. Like the Newton mechanics. Kinematics. Kinematics, the relationship between displacement, acceleration and time of given motion without considering the forces that cause the motion. Only here discuss about the velocity, acceleration, displacement and time of given motion, but without considering the force. Are you clear? Okay, in this lesson kinematics. So students, kinematics, kind means kinetic energy in terms of motion. Matics means mathematics, mathematical calculation involving motion. So okay, let's go to next topic, rest and motion. Rest object. Rest object, when a body does not change its position with respect to time, then it is said to be at a rest. So this is a simple definition. A body is said to be is rest if its position does not changes continuously with respect to surrounding with the passage of time. At the same time, motion of the object. Motion is the change of position of an object with respect to time. So with respect to time, the object will be changing position. Are you clear? Okay. Now some example of rest and motion. So first one, examples for the state of rest. Now see, tools lying on the floor. All the tools are at a rest. Bench in the park. So this is also a rest object. And books on the table. So okay, next example for motion of the object. So now see suffering and high speed train. Train will be motion and snowboarding. So this is an example of motion object. Our next topic, frame of reference. Now tell me motion. Change in position of an object with respect to surrounding or frame of reference. Now listen student. According to this boy with respect to tree and other person moving with the velocity. Now the other person sitting in a moving bus is at a rest with respect to fellow passenger, but he is in motion with respect to person outside the bus. The concept of rest and motion have meaning only with respect to frame of reference. Now, the first frame of reference at the rest object tree, and the second frame of reference at the motion object in bus. So, student, now the boy saying this, the girl under the motion. If ask the same question, this girl, the girl saying this under the motion by with also tree. Are you clear, children? Okay, now have you good say that? Any idea? Have you good say that? Any idea, students? Yes. Earth, if you take Earth as a frame of reference, Earth is itself motion, tree, boy and a girl, everything in motion. Are you clear? Okay. Now tell me, frame of reference is defined as the position of an object is described relative to it. Then such a coordinate system is called a frame of reference. Are you clear? The coordinate system, frame of reference. The coordinate system, Cartesian coordinate system. At any given instant of time, the frame of reference with respect to the position of the object is described in terms of position coordinate x, y, z. That is, a distance of the given position of an object along x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. Are you clear? Okay. Now, I ask you a question. Where is the fan in room? What will say? Student, where is the fan in room? What will say? You know, science is the physics, accurate readings. So, exactly spot out where the fan is, exact position, you will use the coordinate system. Now look at the corner of the room. Can you see length of the room? You take it as x-axis. Breadth of the room, you take it as y-axis. And height of the room, you take it as z-axis. So you can see that all the three axes mutually perpendicular to each other. Say like that, xy is perpendicular, yz is perpendicular, and also zx is perpendicular to each other. Now I want to locate the point. This is a point. Here x coordinate and x axis, both of them parallel to each other, and y coordinate and y coordinate and y axis, both are the parallel axis, and also z coordinate and z axis parallel to each other. Are you clear? Okay. Then go to, it is to be noted that if the x, y and z axis are drawn in anti-clockwise direction, then the coordinate system is called right-handed coordinate system. What is this? Right-handed coordinate system. Though other coordinate system do exist in physics, we conventionally follow the right-handed coordinate system. Now see, this is a right-handed coordinate system. Place your finger in the direction of positive x-axis and rotate them toward the direction of y-axis. Your thumb will point in the direction of positive z-axis. In another way, we can take three finger, forefinger, middle finger and thumb finger. Forefinger in the direction of x-axis, middle finger in the direction of y-axis and thumb in the direction of z-axis. So student, the difference between left-handed and right-handed coordinate system. Now take it as left-handed and right-handed coordinate system. Now in this first case, right-handed coordinate system, here you can see two axes are given, x and z. You have to find out third axis, left of the axis to determine. So in this case, z axis is upward direction. The first case, y is left over. Now find out where is the x axis. X or y? Sorry, y axis. So y should be the anti-clockwise direction. Y should be the anti-clockwise direction. Where is y-axis? In between x and y-axis. So inward to the paper. Inward toward the paper. So y-axis it coming between the x to y, y to z. Always anti-clockwise direction. Understand, student? Okay. And second one, this is a same way. Here you can see two axes are given, x and y. You have to find out third axis, left of the axis to determine. In this case, y axis is upward direction. Z is left over. Now find out where is the Z axis. Where is the Z axis? Z is should be the anti-clockwise direction. So x to y, y to z. So z axis is coming between these. So x to y, y to z. So this is always anti-clockwise direction. So this is a outward direction. Y axis is a inward direction. This is a z axis outward direction. Are you clear? Okay. Then go to same way left-handed coordinate system. So left-handed, we can take left-handed. Forefinger in the direction of x-axis, middle finger in the direction of y-axis, thumb in the direction of z-axis. Now here, so two axes are given, x and z. Z is a upward direction. So one axis is a left over the axis to determine. So y is left over. Now find out where is the y axis. Y should be the clockwise direction. Y should be the clockwise direction. So x to y, y to z is always clockwise direction. And the last one is, these are one left-handed coordinate system. Now here two coordinates of axis is given, x and y. So y is the upward direction and left over the axis is z. Now z is the should be the clockwise direction. So x to y, y to z. So z is the inward direction. But in this case, y is the outward direction. So because using left-handed Cartesian coordinate system. Are you clear? Go to next one. Point mass. Point mass is nothing but particles. A particle is ideally just a pieces or a quantity of matter having a practically no linear dimension but only a position. Are you clear? Okay. Now discuss deeply. Point mass. The motion of an object is finite mass. The concept of point mass is required and is very useful. Let the mass of any object to be assumed to be concentrated at point. Then this idealized mass is called a point mass. It has no internal structure like shape and size. Point mass has finite mass with zero dimension. Are you clear? So mathematically a point mass has finite mass with zero dimension, even though in reality a point mass does not exist. Yes, it often simplify our calculation. It is to be noted that the term point mass is a relative term. It has meaning only with respect to reference frame and with respect to the kind of motion that we analyzed. So here do not change in mass. Say for example, to analyze the motion of Earth with respect to Sun, Earth can be treated as a point mass. This is because the distance between the Sun and Earth is very large compared to the size of the Earth. Our next topic, go to discuss about types of motion. Now listen student, in our daily life the following kinds of motion are observed: linear motion, circular motion, rotatory motion and vibratory motion. So now let me start with the first type, linear motion. In another name, rectilinear motion or straight line motion. So any object moving in a straight line. So an object is said to be in a linear motion if it moves in a straight line. Say for example, an athlete running on a straight track. An athlete running in a straight line. And another object, the particle falling vertically downward to the earth. So for example, fruit. Fruit is considered particle falling vertically downward to the earth. And walking on the road. So walking in a straight line motion. Are you clear? Okay. Next type, circular motion. A motion described by an object traversing a circular path. Say for example, one fellow taking a string and attach it to the stone, the whirling motion of a stone attached to a string. In another example, satellite. The motion of a satellite around the earth. The motion of earth around the sun. This is a circular motion. And next, third one, rotational motion. If any object in rotational motion about an axis, now taking a disc, this is a disc, is rotating in about an axis. The motion is called a rotation. During the rotation, every point in the object traverses a circular path. Does a circular path about an axis. Say for example, rotation of a disc about an axis through its center. And second example, we can take earth, spinning of the earth about its own axis. Next, go to last one, vibratory motion. In another name, oscillatory motion. So student, if an object or particle execute a to and fro motion about a fixed point, it is said to be in vibratory motion or oscillatory motion. Say for example, vibration of a string on a guitar, movement of a swing. This is an example of oscillatory motion. Next topic, one dimension, two dimension and three dimension motion. Now first of all, you tell me motion. What is motion? Motion is the change of position of an object with respect to time. Are you clear? To study the motion of the object, one has to study the change in position. Can be used to x, y, z coordinates of the object with respect to surroundings. Clear children? So it may be noted that the position of the object changes even due to the change in 1, 2 or all the three coordinates of the position of the object with respect to time. Thus motion can be classified into three types. One is one dimensional motion. Second one, two dimensional motion. Third one, three dimensional motion. Okay, the first one, motion in one dimension. One dimensional motion is the motion of a particle moving along a straight line. So walk on the road, athlete running. This is an example. In this motion, only one of the three rectangular coordinates specifying the position of the object change with respect to time. So example, a motion of the train along a straight line or straight railway track, an object falling freely under gravity close to earth. One more example. Now see, car moving in a straight line in one dimensional motion. So car move from position A to B along x direction. So x coordinates alone is noticeable. That is a one dimensional motion. Go to second dimension, motion in two dimension. If a particle moving along a curved path in a plane, then it is said to be two-dimensional motion. In this motion, two of three rectangular coordinates specifying the position of the object changes with respect to time. Say for example, motion of a coin on a carom board, an insect crawling over the floor of the room. So this is a first example, motion of a coin on a carom board. So okay, next motion in a three dimension. A particle moving a usual three-dimensional space as three-dimensional motion. So student, in this motion, all the three coordinates specifying the position and object change with respect to time. When a particle moving in three dimension, all the three coordinates x, y and z will variable. Say for example, bird flying in the sky. Bird flying in the sky. Second example, random motion of a gas molecules.